them up. In mob slang, Sheeran painted houses. That is, he killed people. 25 to 30 hits in all.
Who was Frank Sheeran? The real Irishman Frank. Francis Joseph Sheeran, also known as the Irishman, was an American labor union official and enforcer for Jimmy Hoffa and Russell Bufalino. He was accused of links to the Bufalino crime family and his capacity in a high-ranking official in the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, the president of Local 326. Sheeran was a leading figure involved in infiltration of unions by organized crime in the 1960s and 1970s. In 1980, he was convicted of labor racketeering and sentenced to 32 years in prison, of which he served 13 years. Shortly before his death in 2003, he said he had killed Teamster leader Jimmy Hoffa in 1975. Author Charles Brand detailed what Sheeran told him about Hoffa in the narrative non-fiction work, I Heard You Paint Houses. The truthless of the book, including Sheeran's confessions to killing Hoffa and Joe Gallo, has been disputed by some. The book is the basis for the 2019 The Irishman, directed by Martin Scorsese, which starred Robert De Niro as Sheeran, Al Pacino as Hoffa, and Joe Pesci as Russell Bufalino. Sheeran was born and raised in Darby, Pennsylvania on October 25, 1920, a small working-class borough on the outskirts of Philadelphia. He was the son of Thomas Francis Sheeran Jr. and Mary Agnes Hansen. His father was of Irish descent, while his mother was of Swedish descent. Frequently, his father made him fight with him with boxing gloves. When he left the service, Sheeran became a driver for food fare, and he met Russell Bufalino in 1955. When Bufalino offered to help him fix his truck and later work jobs, driving him around and making deliveries. Sheeran also operated out of a bar located in Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania, which was run by Bill Distenslowa, a soldier for Angelo Ruggiero. According to his biography, Sheeran's first murder was killing Whispers Di Tullio, a gangster who had hired him to destroy the cattle cleaning service in Delaware for $10,000. However, Sheeran did not know that Angelo Ruggiero had a large stake in the linen service. Sheeran was spotted outside the business and was brought in for questioning. Bufalino had convinced Bruno to spare Sheeran, but he ordered Sheeran to kill Di Tullio as retribution. Sheeran was also suspected of the murder of Joe Gallo at the Umberto Clam House on April 7, 1972. Bufalino introduced Sheeran to the Teamsters International President Jimmy Hoffa. According to Sheeran, Hoffa became a close friend and used Sheeran for muscle, including the assassination of disloyal union members and members of the rival unions. Threatening the Teamsters turf, Sheeran claimed that in the first conversation he met with Hoffa over the phone, Hoffa started by saying, I heard you paint houses, mob code for I heard you kill people. The paint being spattered blood. Sheeran later became acting president of the local 326 of the Teamsters Union in Wilmington, Delaware. Sheeran was charged in 1972 with the 1967 murder of Robert DeGeorge, who was killed in the shootout in front of the local 107 headquarters. However, the case was dismissed on the grounds that Sheeran had been denied a speedy trial. He was also alleged to have been conspired to murder Francis J. Marino, a Philadelphia labor organizer. In 1976, a Frederick John Koronowski, who was killed the same year in a tavern in Newcastle, Delaware. Sheeran was indicted along with 6 others in July 1980 on charges involving his links to the labor leasing businesses controlled by Union Bova Senior of Hackensack, New Jersey. On October 31, 1980, Sheeran was found guilty of 11 charges of labor racketeering. He was sentenced to 32 years in prison term and served 13 years. Sheeran died of cancer on December 14, 2003 at the age of 83 in a nursing home in Westchester, Pennsylvania. He was buried at the Holy Cross Cemetery, Yale, Pennsylvania.